A very good morning and a warm welcome to all my dear students. We already completed four methods, four situations of goodwill. Which four? Paid personally, goodwill bring in cash and retain in the business, goodwill bring in cash, withdrawn by the partners, goodwill partially bring in cash. Four methods we completed. Two left. Which two? Goodwill does not bring in cash by the new partner, and yes, we have to find goodwill, that is hidden goodwill. These two methods left. Next, out of these two, one we are going to continue today. Okay? But before I start this session, I would like to share one thing with you. Recently, on the day of Guru Purnima, so many messages were there and phone calls were there. But one particular message attracts me very much. Feel proud for that. A student just messaged me and wished Happy Guru Purnima. I replied, and along with blessings and thanks, I asked, may I know your name? Because from unknown number, the message was. So, the student replied, Sir, I am so and so student, studied under your guidance in the year 2016 in CA Foundation. Everything was very nice, but one particular matter would like to draw your attention. He replied in a long paragraph. For one particular matter, would like to draw your attention that you taught the full form of DR and CR. Till that moment, though we completed 11th and 12th, we didn't know the meaning of it. We already used DRCR for more than 1,000-2,000 times. But what we also believed, DR means debit and CR means credit. When you taught the meaning of DR and CR, at that time we came to know. And not only that, he was replying in that paragraph that you feel surprised, you means I. You feel surprised and shocked to know that even in CA final, or those who completed CA, few of the classmates, few of the senior ones, even that fellow also didn't knew about DR and CR. So at that time, really, what that student said, I feel good and feel proud that I knew even the basic fundas, which my senior ones or my batchmates didn't knew that. Why I am sharing with you? Why? One thing, fundamental always works. Fundamental always works. First. Second, when you observe, at that time you can come to know your own value. After getting fundamental knowledge, after getting conceptual clarity, if you observe with others, at that time you come to know what is your value, that enhanced value. And for that only we are working. I told you so many times, HOW is lot more less important than WHY. For everything you must go into depth. With what reason? Why is it like this? And that's what we are also trying in each and every method. Whether it's of finding new P&L ratio or whether it's of goodwill or whatever it may be. If you remember, I gave you a concept in chapter 4. In chapter 4, I just told you the difference between sacrifice and sacrifice ratio. And even I request you that you should ask, you should discuss with your friends studying at different places. In majority of the case, they are not clarifying anything. But actually, there's a difference between sacrifice and sacrifice ratio. Okay? Even here also we are having sacrifice. This is sacrifice. What is that in sacrifice? In sacrifice, denominator is lot more greater than the total of numerator. But in sacrificing ratio, denominator must be equal to the total of numerator. Is it okay? So, if you are having that kind of fundamental knowledge, not only that, if you are going to write it down in a diary or something like that, what I personally believe, you should write it down, you should record everything, and you should keep it with you for a longer time. That student remembered me after 4 or 5 years. I also feel proud that for a small thing like DRCR, that student already completed CA. So that is also a matter of proud for us. But for a small matter like DRCR, a CA student is remembering us after even 4 or 5 years. Because a small matter for we people, but for you, for the students, when you compare with someone else, you came to know that actually it's not a small one. Okay? Today, in this session, we are going to continue next method. Next method is when new partner does not bring goodwill in cash. Actually, order-wise it was 4th method, but partial questions, partial goodwill questions were there in the textbook. So we cleared it first. Now we are clearing this. Just as per our tradition, let's go to the question first. As I have on the board also, it is exercise 4, question number 10. Okay? Again a question. Sir, last time we did question number 8 and today it's 10. Why is it so? See, there is no question about it. Question 9 is extremely easy and is of same method. Okay? So we are not going to do 9th, obviously from your end. It's a practice question, homework. What question 10 says? P and Q are the partners sharing profit and loss in equal proportion. They maintain their capital accounts by fixed capital method. They admitted R as the new partner. R is admitted. At the time of R's admission, goodwill rupees 70,000 was appearing in the balance sheet. So that is old goodwill 70,000. R brought rupees 40,000 as capital in cash. Goodwill is valued at 1,60,000. Goodwill is valued at 1,60,000. New profit sharing ratio of P, Q and R is decided at 5:2:1. That is new P&L ratio. Let's go through the steps. Very, very simple. First, old ratio. It is equal because even there clarified also that old partners are sharing equal proportion. Okay, 1:1. Then goodwill appeared in the books, 70,000. Then new partner bring rupees 40,000 as capital. As capital, that clearly said. So R is capital 40,000. Firm's goodwill, total goodwill, that is rupees 1,60,000. See, everything is given in the question properly. The only condition is you must read the question properly and then you understand that which step is that. New ratio is given 5:2:1. Now, after doing this many practice, whenever new ratio is given, within a fraction of second, one thing must be clear in your mind. What is it? Yes, good. You have to find sacrifice. Because old ratio is always there. So whenever new ratio is given, always sacrifices must. Okay? Either in short question or even in long question. Continue further. So here new ratio is equals to 1. Now, sacrifice equals to old ratio minus new ratio. P and Q only two old partners. 1/2 minus 5/8, 1/2 minus Q by 8. So overall, P minus 2/16 and Q 4/16. Here you can do 1/8, 2/8 also, or you can keep it same. So here minus answer. Check again. 8 ones are 8, 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16. Because whenever we are having negative answer, always have a habit to go through it once. Mind well. Here if you are committing a minor mistake, it's still okay for you to correct it. Because it's a short question. But in long question, so many places you have to make correction. So many places. And that too also if you realize that you committed a mistake. Or else, everywhere it's wrong. So do take care when you are having a negative answer. Okay, so -2 that is gain and 1 is revising. Now here, total goodwill is 1,60,000. New partner is not bringing anything. So you have to find new partner share also. So R's share of goodwill 1,60,000 into 1/8. How this 1/8 comes? 5:2:1. Total of it. So R's share is 1/8. Okay, that's 20,000. P's share of goodwill. Why? Because P is gaining 1,60,000 into 2/16. Because the gain is 2/16. Take care, I don't do minus 2/16 over here. It's just a calculation. Okay? So that is also 20,000. Any problem? No need to write this. I just give you to clarify the things even in a better way. And that is our habit. Both amount credited to Q's account as he only sacrifice. He makes Q. As only Q is sacrificing. So naturally put the amount credited to Q's account. The person who is sacrificing naturally going to get something. Okay? Now the entry is very simple. First entry. Always of old goodwill if it's given. Here it is 70,000. P's current account debited. Take care. They gave a particular statement that partners are maintaining their capital account by fixed method. Okay? So, P's current account debited 35,000, Q's current account debited 35,000, to goodwill account 70,000. Here we distributed old goodwill. Can say we write off old goodwill in old P&L ratio, that is equal. Okay. Second, new partner R is bringing only capital amount. So here cash or bank account debited 40,000 brought in by R to R's capital account 40,000. Here premium for goodwill is not there because new partner is not bringing goodwill in cash. Okay, that's why here premium for goodwill will not be there. And because we are not crediting premium for goodwill, obviously it will not be even debited. So next, third entry, R is not bringing goodwill, current account debited. Because we have to adjust against R's capital. And we are not going to debit capital when fixed method is there. If fixed method clarification is not there in this question, in that case, here also capital account, here also everywhere capital account. Okay? But if fixed capital method is there, only new partner's capital is credited to capital account. Other all things, but must be in current account. So R's current account debited 20,000. P's current account debited 20,000, 20 and 20. P is gaining, so P's account debited. R is not bringing, so R's account debited. Okay? And both, as I written over here also, both should be credited to Q's current account. Is there any problem? Sure? Any problem? Okay. Now let me ask you one thing. I'm giving you a few seconds, asking a question first and giving you few seconds. Is there any trick? Is there any clue? Okay, let me tell you. Let me give you a hint. Of third entry, is there any clue or trick through which we can come to know whether our entry is correct or not? I am talking about amount. For third entry, I am talking about amount. Is there any trick or clue through which we can come to know that our entry is 100% correct amount wise? Think. You can. No clues, no answer. See, if you are saying, sir, 20,000 debit and 40,000 credit, I don't want that kind of answer from you people. Then I also know that the debit of this, total of this must be over here. You say, sir, 20,000 comes from here, 20,000 comes from here, and the total. I don't want that. Use your mind. Actually, since long you are just sitting at home, idly, so maybe possible becomes lazy. But you are in 12th. Okay? You may feel that, sir, is it our fault? No, it's not your fault. But it's not our fault also. It is nobody's fault. And what we think, what I personally believe, why to think about faults? Why not to find out the opportunity out of it and grab it? Yes. What is it? Any clue? Any trick? for this 40,000. See, 20, 20, 40, that is very okay. This 40,000, if you calculate, it is as per this. Yes. Total goodwill is 1,60,000. And if you calculate this with 1,60,000, that 1,60,000 into 4 divided by 16, in that case, you will find Q's amount 40,000. No need to calculate, my God. It's just a trick. Why? If you made any mistake over here, for example, by mistake, here you do 1 by 16. Actually, you wanted to do 1 by 8. 1 by 8. But by mistake, you did 1 by 16. By mistake only. Then over here also you are going to take over here 1 by 16. Then 10,000 will be there. Here, if you put 10,000, here it is 20 plus 10, 30. Now, if you just spare 5-10 seconds, that 1,60,000 into 4 by 16 should be 40,000. How this 30,000 comes? You can conclude that we committed a mistake somewhere, because that mistake may cost you 3 marks. Not at all affordable. Not at all affordable. Okay? So take care. I'm always ready to provide so many clues, so many tricks. It all depends on you. See, where the problem arises, you are overconfident. So you feel, yes, yaad rahi gayi trick. See, yaad baddu rahi jatu hoy, so there is no need to write accounts. In Iran standard, in first chapter they say of accountancy, the need emerged for accountancy is we cannot remember so many things at a time. And so it is important to have written record of each and every transaction. That's what I would like to say. That because we cannot remember all the tricks and clues given to you, it would be much better to have a written record of all the tricks or clues. Okay? So, any problem about this method? Question number 9 is in onward. So 9 and 10. Indirectly I can say we sold both. With this I can say we ended fourth or net fifth method, fifth situation of goodwill. Now only one remaining, hidden goodwill. Let's find out where that goodwill hide. Kya hai goodwill? Let's find out from the next question. Question number, yes, 11. Okay? Do go through this question properly and be ready to find the hidden goodwill from question 11. Just we are going to start it. So let's continue with exercise 4, question 11. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready. Why? Because it's hidden goodwill. Something totally new. It's a very short one. So, previously I feel that let me tell you to do it by your own. But then I decided not to do. Why? Because this is such a topic which is not that easy to understand. For solution it's okay if I just removed myself from here, from this frame, like this. And if I told you to see this, to go through the question and try to understand, you may may understand it. You may understand it. But in your own way, it may be correct. It may not be correct. How can I come to know? And if they ask the same topic in exams, then definitely it's possible you have to hide yourself somewhere, because it's not easy to find hidden goodwill. Okay? Let's go to the title. When goodwill is considered on the basis of partners' total. See, I can write hidden goodwill, only that also as a title. But no, I have written this. Why? Because to make the concept very smooth, very clear. Partners' total capital. Even into bracket, you know that very well. Whenever some particular words are there, I always used to have some bracket. That is net asset. याद आ रहा है? We were using these words. In chapter of valuation of goodwill. Yes. Over there, asset minus liabilities. And asset minus liabilities. Liabilities means external liabilities. Okay? So here, I write this because we are going to use this word, this concept, not in this question. This is very easy. But the same method, having some different question. This is 11. Still having 2 questions from the same question 4. We are going to use this. Or there it will be useful. And that's why we are always planning in advance. So partners' total capital means what? Net asset. We are finding goodwill on the basis of partners' total capital. Okay? Let's go through the question as usual. First, try to understand the question and then the solution. The question is somewhat like that. Very, very simple. Just one line question or so. Capital of G and E is 80,000 and 60,000 respectively. Now see, very important thing. If you observe the remaining questions, till 10, almost in no question, capital of old partners is given. Got my point? What I wanted to say is that this is a type of clue you can get, that when capital is given, there are chances, see it's not fixed, but there are chances that it may be a case of hidden goodwill. Sometimes a person like me may give you capital and told you that they are sharing P&L ratio in their capital. But here it's not. So they gave the capital amount. The capital of G and E is 80,000 and 60,000 respectively. They admitted B as a new partner for 1/4 share in profit. B brought rupees 50,000 as his capital. Only this much data is given. Old partner, okay, old ratio is not given, agree. When old ratio is not given, can consider it as equal. But here equal ratio is afterwards. The most important thing is only new partner's capital and share of profit. These two only are given to us. No other information. Now you can easily understand that when no other information is given, one thing is sure, new partner is not bringing goodwill in cash. because he is bringing only 50,000 and that is his capital. Okay? Here we can write, not compulsory, but we can write old ratio 1:1 because it's not given. Okay? Now, these two are the steps, or these three are the steps we can write from the question. That B's capital 50,000, B's share 1/4, and all ratio 1:1. On the basis of B's share and B's capital. On the basis of B's share and B's capital, we can find total capital. If B's share is 1/4, if B's share is 1/4 and his capital is 50,000, like we did last time. Last time does not mean the previous question, but once, if you remember, I gave you the cross multiplication method also. Share and amount. Share 1/4, amount 50,000. Share 1, amount how much? So 50,000 into 1 divided by 1/4. Divided by 1/4. Somewhat like this. Say it's very lower level but still like negative. Upon 1/4. So naturally this will go over here. Okay? Samjhaisha? You feel like you are in 8th or so. But my goal is to secure full marks. So if I have to do work like 2nd, 3rd standard, then also I am ready to do, but I need full marks. Okay? Is that clear? Any problem in this? How this? Okay, you may not clearly see this. So let me do it. Okay, so 50,000 into 4 divided by 1. 50,000 into 4 divided by 1. Okay. 2 lakh rupees total capital. Any problem? Naturally not. Now, take care. Goodwill equals to total capital minus actual capital. So this is not actually the formula. If I just put these two words, this two amount, then you may feel surprised. But sir, this 2 lakh is still okay, total capital, but how this comes? So I write this. If you don't write this formula, that's very okay. Goodwill equals to total capital minus actual capital. So 10,000, how it comes? 2 lakh minus 1,90,000. Again, how this 1,90,000 comes? 80,000 capital of G, E, B. So 80 plus 60 plus 50 comes to 1,90,000. So 2 lakh minus 1,90,000 comes to 10,000. But again, take care. This 10,000 is firm's goodwill because this is total capital. This is firm's goodwill. We have to find only B's share. So here B's share of goodwill equals to 2,500. Again, how is it? Very simple. 10,000 into 1/4. 10,000 is the total goodwill of the firm. 1/4 is the share of B. So 2,500. Any problem? Any issues? Good. Now, in the simple terms, journal entries in the books of firm. first entry for B is capital, so that is cash or bank account debited to B's capital account, cash or bank account debited to B's capital account, 50,000, whatever he brought. B, narration. B, bring cash for his share of capital. In this question, it's always there, he is not bringing anything in cash for goodwill. For hidden goodwill, it's always a rule, he is not bringing anything, because even we also didn't knew what is the amount of goodwill. So how can he brought his share of goodwill when we don't know the amount? Okay, so take care. When new partner is not bringing goodwill in cash, always new partner's capital or current account debited by his share of goodwill. So here, B's capital account debited 2,500, his share of goodwill, which is to be divided between old partners in sacrifice ratio. एक मिनट, wait. Because instant you feel that, sir, here sacrifice ratio is not given. I know that. I'm just telling you that new partners' goodwill should be divided between old partners in sacrifice ratio. If not given, then in old ratio. Here, sacrifice ratio is not given. So we must distribute in old ratio. Old ratio is 1:1. So 1250, 1250. Okay? Narration we can write, which is not needed at present. That share of goodwill of B transfer to G or transfer to old partner's capital account in old ratio. Okay? Clear? Just check once. Any problem? First of all, go through the question. Let me read it. I'm not going to do the entire question again. Capital of G and E is 80,000, 60,000 respectively. Whenever old partner's capital is given, always there are 99% chance of hidden goodwill. Because in that, naturally old partner capital is needed. Otherwise, we can't find actual capital. Okay? So G and A is 80,000, 60,000 respectively. They admitted B as a new partner for 1/4 share in the profit. B brought 50,000 as his capital. So net what happened? Very simple, old partners capital is given and new partners share and capital is given. On that basis, total capital first step, second step, actual capital. Difference between these two is goodwill. Now, a question arises. Someone may ask, last year a student asked me a good question. Sir, if the answer is negative here, if the answer is negative, then, for example, here, if it is 2,50,000 and here 2 lakh, then what to do? Now let me tell you, it's not possible. It is not possible. Okay? Why? Because this is the situation of goodwill. And goodwill can never be negative. Can never be negative. You may feel that, sir, negative answer means no goodwill. Agree. Goodwill is 0 in that case. Agree. But that's why I am saying it's not possible. Because whenever they are giving this topic, naturally to find the hidden value of goodwill, they are giving this. Goodwill hoy to hidden value hoy ne? Or differently, if hidden value is there, that clearly shows something is there. So it must be in positive. If you are having some negative answer, definitely you are committing some mistake. If you write this reverse, actual minus total, your answer will be negative. So some mistake is there either in calculation or in this kind of formula or somewhere something is wrong for sure. So first of all, try to rectify it, and then automatically the answer is in positive. Is there any issue? Sure. In this, one more entry can be possible, which you know very well, and that is nothing else but what? Old goodwill. Okay? Acha, if I want to make this question a bit lengthier, then I may give you old goodwill. So one entry added over here. I will add one entry. Okay? Still anything happen? Can I do any twist in this question? Very simple, huh? You can solve it. Twist does not mean like that. It becomes tough. But if I feel that this is very, very easy, short, then the method will remain same. Method will remain same. But still some twist. What is it? What I can do? I will give you new ratio. I will give you new ratio. Instead of giving 1/4, I will give you new ratio. Okay? So in new ratio, for example, 2:1:1. So when the person is getting 1/4. Okay? But then if you find it may be possible, out of old partner, one is gaining, the working knot becomes lengthier. Nothing else. The working knot becomes lengthier. You have to find sacrifice. Then you can know that one partner is gaining. So out of this 10,000, again, the partner who is gaining has to contribute an amount. Okay? And I give you old goodwill also. So what will happen? In entries, due to old goodwill, one entry increased. So that lengthiness. And in workings, due to new ratio, you have to find sacrifice. And if gain, again you have to calculate the gaining partner's goodwill. So what I wanted to say, basically, it is a combo. Basically, it is a combo, nothing else, of gain and new ratio and hidden goodwill. If you know each and every point individually, whatever the combo I made, whatever the things I do with these figures and everything, for you people, it will be a matter of chalk. And that's what I want. That by whatever the way I want to make the question twist, what you should do, just concentrate in question. Once you concentrate in question, automatically at the end of reading the question, smile is there in your face. That smile shows that you understand that twist. And when you understand it, automatically the solution becomes very easy thing for any Tom, Dick and Harry. Now if it's easy for any Tom, Dick and Harry, for you people, it's one of the easiest one. The only condition, you must understand, when new ratio is given, sacrifice should be there. In sacrifice, when gain is there, you have to find gaining, share goodwill. These points, which we practiced so many times, must be understood individually. In that case, no one can play with your mark sheet. Okay? So with this, in this session, we are ending. Net, I can say, we completed all the methods. But you know that very well. we are not going to end over here. We are going to continue with next two questions also, because you are going to learn so many good things in that two questions, and which may be useful to you in long question, and so can give you full marks in that long question. And when you are securing full marks in long question, automatically when you are securing full marks in long questions, automatically our digital partnership signs out, and to get desired result becomes possible. Okay? So till next session, wait eagerly for a good question, for a combo of good question. We will solve two questions in that session. 12 and 13. Both are really good. Okay? But don't only wait. Work for this question. Work for the previous sessions. Do regular revision. And be ready for solving some good topics in coming sessions. Till then, take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay happy.